Hello guys. In this next video, we're going to be going over solving. So we're introducing not just messing with quadratics, factoring them, graphing them, we're actually going to start solving them now. So what happens when we add an equals 0 or an equals any number on the end of our quadratic equation? So really the first couple steps, pretty much all of this procedure, you're doing the same thing that you would if you were just factoring this like we were doing a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna start off, just don't even worry about that equals 0 now. Just factor what's on the left side. So we have this, that's all we're worried about. So we start off by making our x. On top we put a times c, on the bottom we put b. If you guys want to put the number, just the numbers, that's perfectly fine. I like to add the variables in, it just makes a little more sense for me. So on top we have 3x squared times 5. So we have 15x squared. On the bottom I put the entire thing, so I put negative 8x. And the reason I do this is because it helps you remember whatever variable or variables we have on the bottom, those are just going to be the ones that go here. So we're going to have something x and something x. And so now we're thinking, we're doing this puzzle in our head. What two numbers multiply to be 15 and add to be negative 8? We think. We should get negative 5 and negative 3 as our two numbers. All right, so now from there, we make our box. So we make a box down here. Inside our box, we put 3x squared here. We put 5 down here. And then we put negative 5 and negative 3x in either order right here. So I'll put negative 5x and negative 3x. And so now we start off by playing this little puzzle now, trying to figure out the other four boxes. And so we start with this spot right here because this spot is just going to be the greatest common factor of these two. And if we look at 3x squared, negative 5x, you should notice it's just x. So GCF of those two is just x. And so now we can kind of fill in the rest of the puzzle. We have a 3x here. That means this spot has to be negative 1. That means this spot has to also be, this has to be negative 5. So this gives us the equation. It tells us we can rewrite this in factor form as 3x minus 5 times x minus 1. And we still toss on that equals 0 at the end. Okay, now this is where things get different. Now we're actually solving for x. And so what we're gonna have to do now is you need to remember that anything times 0 equals 0. So if one of these equals 0 and the other one could equal any number in the world, the entire thing when we multiply the two is just going to equal 0. So we're splitting these off into like two separate scenarios, and we're going to get two separate x values. So we have 3x minus 5, and then we have x minus 1. And with both of those, we're just setting them equal to 0. And now to figure out x, we just solve. So we get x by itself. So we do plus 5, and we get 3x equals 5. Here we do plus 1, and we get x equals 1. So here we're done. We got x equals 1. Now over here, we just got one more step to do. We gotta divide both sides by 3. These cancel, we get x equals 5 over 3. And that is our final answer. We're going to get two separate answers, 5 over 3 and 1, because if you're thinking about a quadratic equation, it's going to be like a U shape or an N shape, and so it's going to hit the x-axis 2 times, because we're setting equal to 0. Yeah, that's it.